Hello everyone, my name is Supriya Jadhav, working as a science teacher in Bombay Cambridge School, Andheri West. I have prepared this short film to participate in the Navanirman Science Education Short Film Festival 2021. The concept I have selected here is on structure of cell, its components and microorganisms. Just as water quenches the thirst of living things, science is set to quench the thirst of knowledge. The following topics will be covered in this video. Firstly, we are going to define a cell. Next, we are going to see who discovered, how the cell was discovered. Next, we are going to see the size of the cell. Last but not the least, we are going to see the structure of cell and its components. Just as we have letters coming together to form words, words coming together to form sentences, sentences coming together to form paragraphs, paragraphs coming together to form a chapter comprising of a book. Similarly, we have cells which come together to form tissues, tissues which come together to form organs, organs come together to form organ systems comprising of a living body. Depending upon the number of cells, we have two types of organisms. One, celled living things, the unicellular organisms. Many celled living things, the multicellular organisms. Let me tell you who discovered cells. A scientist named Robert Hooke in 1665 observed a living cell. He took thin slice of a cork and observed it under a device called microscope. What did he see? He saw some hexagonal compartments and named them cells, which is derived from the Latin name cella, meaning small room. Tell me, can you see the cells with your eyes? Oh, I don't think so. Then how do you observe them or how do you study them? In that case, we need a special device called microscope. We have two types of microscope. Depending on the size of microorganisms, we have compound microscope and electron microscope. Micrometer and nanometer are the units to study or to specify the size of microorganisms. The cells are mainly classified into two types, prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells. Pro, as the name suggests, first living things. They have organisms which do not have membrane bound organelles. The second, the eukaryotic cells, are a bit advanced, which have membrane bound organelles. Prokaryotic organisms or prokaryotic cells are present in the bacteria and protozoa. Eukaryotic type of cells are observed in higher order organisms, plants and animals. The cell is mainly composed of three parts: cell membrane, cytoplasm and the DNA material, which is also known as nucleus. This nucleus is absent in the prokaryotic cells. Instead, it mixes with the nuclear membrane to form the nucleoid. We just heard a term called membrane bound organelles. Let us think, what are they? Organelles meaning organs. Just as we have hands, we have forehead, we have eyes, we have nose, Similarly, cells have their organelles. These organelles have specific functions to perform. The very first organelle, the nucleus, or can we say that the brain of the cell? Yes, it is the controller of all the functions taking place of the cell. What do you think it is comprised of? Cell is composed of DNA, which is responsible to transmit characteristics from one generation to the next. The nucleus is made up of ribosomes. These ribosomes are mainly synthesizing proteins. These proteins float freely in the cytoplasm or leave the nucleus. If it leaves the nucleus, where does it go? It might wander freely in the cytoplasm, or it might get attached to a new organelle known as endoplasmic reticulum. If ribosomes are attached to the endoplasmic reticulum, we call it as rough ER, a short abbreviation used for endoplasmic reticulum. If ribosomes do not attach to the endoplasmic reticulum, we call it as smooth endoplasmic reticulum. The endoplasmic reticulum is a passageway for transporting materials in and out of the cell, such as the proteins. These proteins get deposited in the Golgi bodies. The last organelle, which is common to both the plant cell as well as the animal cell, is the mitochondria. What is mitochondria? It is the powerhouse of the cell. What does it do? It produces ATP molecules which help in the process of respiration. Unlike plant cells or animal cells, there are some organelles which may be present in the plant cell but are not present in the animal cells. Let us see which are they. Firstly, the cell wall. The cell wall maintains the shape of the cell and serves as a protection for the cell. Can you think what is giving the green color to the leaves in the plants? Yes, the pigment. What is that pigment called? Chlorophyll. What is chlorophyll? Where is it present? It is present in the specialized cells called chloroplasts, which are only present in the plant cells. What is their function? Their function is to produce food, help in the production of food in the presence of sunlight, photosynthesis. Photo meaning light, synthesis, production of food in the presence of sunlight. Vacuoles is the third organelle which differs in plant and animal cells. Plant cells have huge vacuoles. As the name suggests, plant cells have to produce food. It has to be stored somewhere. So this is the place where the food is stored. Animal cells have a special organelle which is absent in plant cells. Which is this organelle? Lysosomes. What are lysosomes? They are the garbage collectors which collect the cellular debris. Let's recap what we have learned in this video. Cell is the basic structural and functional unit of life. Prokaryotic cells which do not have membrane-bound organelles. Eukaryotic cells which have membrane-bound organelles. And fourth, the last and the important, that cells are composed of cell membrane, cytoplasm and genetic material. I hope you found this video informative and interesting. Thank you for watching.